unmuted. Yeah. No. Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for coming back. We've got the after party for Jesus UnFollower. We've been joined by Dee and Jade and Jupit. And we were just talking about Jupit in the previous stream about who she was they were the first. Fuck me, I am awful about that. They are the first person that I invited to the very first Discord that I created because you spoke your mind. You were ignorant to people when they needed to be told that they were being dickheads. You didn't hold back. And if you have a problem with that, fuck off and don't listen to me then. Just, yeah.
Fair enough.
Discord's very angry secretary. It's okay.
Yeah. No, I appreciated that. That's why I invited you to join. So it was like...
Yeah.
Then everybody after that, I have to admit, and I think I've said this to Jupit before, there was people that would come in, they'd be there a day or so, and they'd be like, have you spoke to Jupit? Like, what's going on? They are really nasty, and what's this? And that's like, no. She's just they're just bullshitting with you. Give them what they get, and you'll be grand. They're testing you. This is the point. If you can get past her, then fuck me, I'm just going to mute myself.
Sorry. I'm a fucking enigma.
And the host is gone.
I think he's been gone for a long time.
I'm just an enigma. It's okay.
No, it's just a fucking slip of the tongue because it's how you know someone beforehand and then after that, and not even at that. And shut the fuck up, Robbie, before I dig myself a hole. So we're interviewing Kevin tonight. Kevin, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I'm doing fantastic.
I see your super fan didn't join the after party.
Damn, that's a damn shame. You know, I say I'm doing great, but hold on, let me put my camera back on. I don't know if you can see it. I didn't get in a fight with Rocky Balboa. I actually, something going on with my allergies. My eyes been all swollen and red and shit. So
that time of the
I'm
year.
doing good. I'm doing well to a degree. I don't know what the hell's
possibly.
going on.
Possibly some
What's that?
pollen.
Could be, but man, it's been rough. Like it flared up a couple weeks ago, and then it went away, and now it's back. I don't know what's going on, but I feel good besides that.
Yeah, definitely sounds seasonally related.
Yeah, I think it is. Probably like being masked up and sheltered for the past year has made us more susceptible to strong reactions from the outside world.
Yeah, without going into details and stuff like that about what you do for a living or anything like that, but did you find that the pandemic in fact affected your living and your job or anything like that?
Yeah, I got let go from my job right around the beginning of the pandemic, and I went on a couple interviews, and then it was like people just weren't hiring. So yeah, it had a major effect on me. I actually ended up selling my house and moving and all this stuff, and so it's been a crazy,
I'm gonna take
crazy year.
Hold on, I just removed the foot from my mouth and we'll set that over.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so it's been a wild year for sure.
How do you see, seeing as it's your after party, we can bounce off this more of a wider experience, a wider aspect of things, but how do you see the world as a whole moving forward? With I'm going to throw out some topics, but I'm talking about jobs being worked from home. The idea of one job being able to support a family, even technology and stuff now, more people are wanting to compute and fuck me, how old am I, wanting to use computers, webcams, even the GPU shortage and the silicon shortage and stuff that's kicking in. I think the world's not going to go through I can't remember of the name of a giant change, but what do you think of the world moving forward coming out of it?
We're in the new normal, as they say. I feel like employers got a good healthy dose of how things are. Like they probably had all these fears about letting their employees work from home and stuff, but I think that more jobs are going to be remote. There's going to be more flexibility for people to a degree, for sure. Like I see a lot of people are probably like, oh, we really didn't actually need all this overhead in this building and to have this many people come into the office. And I know what job my last job or previous job, I could do 100% from home, but it was still like come into the office type of thing. And I get that to a degree because you want the camaraderie and you want the work culture and all that stuff. You want to have that bond with your people, but at the same time, more people want to work from home. I think you spend so much of your time getting up, getting ready for work, driving to work, working, driving home from work, and then you're fucking zapped once you get back.
Yeah.
Especially if you do creative things, you don't really have the energy to put into other
I worked
stuff.
in, I was furloughed for 8 months. What we have over here, the government paid 80% of your pay, and we were furloughed. I was with that company 21, 22 years, and when I moved back, they'd kept the position. I was a manager of a depot. They'd kept the depot open and brought another guy in to keep it open while I was gone. I have a wee girl who's obviously their father or their grandfather wasn't well. He died last week. They worked in an old folks home. Her mother and her grandmother worked in an old folks home. I'm not taking any chances, So I took for the voluntary furlough. And when I got back, I used to finish at 12 on a Saturday. I spend the weekend with my daughter. When she was young, she's only waking up at 10. So if I finish at 12, I'm only missing 2 hours. My mum would have babysat her while I was at work. That's fine. She's now 4. She's up at 8:30 in the morning. We're going to parks. We're going to castles. I want to fucking spend time with my daughter. And he wanted me to work to 4 on a Saturday. And I'm like, no. He agreed over the phone to do it if I moved back to this depot. And when I did, no. I went to walk out. He's like, where are you going? We didn't have that conversation. That conversation didn't happen.
Wow.
He was very surprised when I walked in 3 months later and told him to stick his job up his ass and left. I'm there 22 years. And he was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? We'll talk about No.
Damn.
That's family comes first. Spend time with your daughter. That's personally for me, But
yeah.
And then the new job I went to, I didn't get on with the staff there. So I ended up having to leave that. And that was a job doing the same as what I'd done for 22 years. It was this. I am now doing a completely different thing than what I did. But I'm off on a Saturday. I get all of the weekend.
There you go.
I finish early on
money.
Friday. Fuck that.
Money's not everything.
No.
Like, you got to prioritize what's important to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Definitely. Sorry. Someone talk about something else other than my daughter. I get in a rabbit hole.
No, I was going to add to that.
Look, I'll speak up. Your daughter is adorable, and I love her. Like, you're gonna get me started at her.
Alright, I'm gonna say this, and we'll give it a jaded because she's a wee bit quiet there, so I don't know if Jupiter heard her, but I was chatting with Maya the other day. If anyone here in the community knows Maya Atkinson, I don't know if she's still in the chat. She was here in the earlier one. But me and Maya were chatting for hours. And fucking Elena woke up and come in and totally took over the conversation. Like, she's sitting here and I'm out there having smoke out the window, and it's like shouting in, and she's like, Daddy, be quiet, I'm talking here. It's like, right, sorry. You just go on ahead. Just totally, yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, she's full of attitude. Absolutely full of attitude.
She looks like it in her pictures.
Pardon, Jade?
I said she looks like it in her pictures. She's so cute. But she looks like she has attitude.
Takes no shit from nobody. Everything she will do by herself. She will, I've got bad, I wouldn't say bad, but, I know her mother doesn't watch this channel, so I'll say it, but if she wants to go and get a strawberry and she doesn't like the green bit at the top, she goes into the kitchen and takes out the big sharp knife and cuts the top off. She knows to do it on the chopping board. She also knows to take the green bit and put it over and put it in the bin. She's 4. And she's been taught how to hold things. She's been taught how to use the knife. I have no problem with her doing that. Editing this out tomorrow. But yes, swear to fuck, she is... Like, she's changed spark plugs in the lawnmower, I've snapped it open, she's unscrewed it, she's taken it out. She's tried to drive the car. She won't let me change gears sometimes in the car from the passenger seat. No.
Even I don't always throw the green bit away.
I would say, I don't know how to say the most proud of her, but she doesn't like heights that much, or didn't like heights that much, climbing up things and stuff. She would climb up the slide down the slide, but if you give her, one of them ladders on the side of a playground or whatever like that, that's not completely secure, she would be a wee bit nervous and stuff. And, my mother's just arrived. Hello, Pork Granny. Thank you for coming.
Pork Granny.
Oh, yes. Well, she came in under actually her fucking full name, and considering people know my first and she's promoting the second and doxed me, I had to change her name. So she's now Pork Granny from Peppa Pig. But If anyone wants to look up the 18 Arches Bestbrook Viaduct, it's the tallest viaduct in Ireland. It's, I think, 220 foot. And when I was younger, we used to go down there and, you know, smoke and drink and hang out and stuff and things like that. And they've now made a proper path through it. They've tidied it up and all. And yeah, we walked down that until I found the offshoot where Daddy used to walk. And I took her that, and we climbed to like 10 foot from the top of it. At points, it's 45 degrees of an angle, and she climbed to the top of it, and you know, she slipped at the very, very top of a good 5 foot down and panicked, and then we walked back down. But you could see the top. It was there. She's really good at overcoming her fears. You know, she sees something, she understands it, and if you talk to her and explain to her and give her the confidence that she knows, you know, Daddy's not going to let you fall. You know, it's just, I don't know. Maya, there, she's back. Maya, I was just talking about how wonderful it was that you were talking to Elena from a perspective that's met the lady, so to speak. She's full of attitude. You know, she is, yeah, no, I couldn't be more proud of her, especially lately with the acceptance of death at her age. You know, asking her before he died when we were coming up the road, what does she think about him maybe not coming home from the hospital? And she was like, no, he's not coming home from the hospital. Acceptance of that. I got upset, started to, you know, tear up, and she was like, it's okay, Daddy, you've got me. She's so mature for her age.
Wow.
You know, I don't know.
Wait, so you didn't have to like tell her about the concept of death? Somebody else did, or
no?
what?
Well, man, I started it off with moths and things like that. She's very into insects, and you wake up in the morning, you go to the windowsill. You know, there's dead moths in the windowsill sometimes that have snuck in from the window at night and things like that. You know, and explaining the concept of that. Tell her, I would say very lucky, but not so very lucky. I had 2 dogs, and Marley died when he was 7. He was a German Shepherd. He had genetic problems. Tried my best to find one that, you know, was as crossbred as I could find, but still, they're overbred. And he died quite early, so she understood the concept of that, so to speak. And to the point, maybe about a month ago, and since we've been going to the beach now this summer, she would go looking for dead crabs, and she's like, Daddy, it doesn't matter, they're dead. And she's just poking the top of them and crushing them after she's finished all the lovely pictures that I put on Twitter. She turns into this demon child that crushes skulls. But, you know, over the progression of 2 to 3 years now since Maya's died, since Marley's died, you know, she understands that, and I've always been avid about who, you know, it's not that I say that God doesn't exist or anything. Quite recently, the first time of religion with heaven and her grandfather dying has come into it. But no, she's been really, really good. Very, very mature. The idea of death with insects and with animals and things like that, you know, she understands that, so to speak. And has moved across. Like, as I said earlier in the interview, you know, she went up into him when he was in the coffin and put her hand on his head and was like, Grandad, don't mind. Grandad's dead. You know.
Yeah.
You know, she's been very, very good with understanding that, and yeah, every father says theirs is the best, but mine's the best. Now, her maturity shocks me as well. We don't even read kids' books, man. Whenever she's here, I read Michael Crichton, whatever the fuck you call him. We're reading Prey. We're about 4 chapters towards the end, and the idea of like a swarm of evil sort of anti-robots and things like that. And she, like, oh man, we had an argument whether tardigrades were called tardigrades or water bears 3 weeks ago, because one of the cartoons that I would put on for her was talking about water bears, and they showed a picture of them in a cartoon form as I was going through the living room, and she was like, look, Daddy, a water bear. And I was like, that's tardigrade, honey. Your cartoon's wrong. And then we went and watched Microcosmos. And they called them tardigrades, they called them water bears, and then they picked an even fucking different name for them that I can't even remember because it's not as cool. But, you know, this is the shit that she's interested in. This is the shit that we have fun with. There's pictures of her finding snails, and she made me lift all the rocks in the fucking garden so we could find all the insects. I said about the funeral, pulling bark off the tree. She's mad for insects at the minute. Really inquisitive with that. And yeah, I told you, if you didn't fucking interrupt, I wouldn't shut up about her. Like, it's just supposed to be about
That was
Kevin.
the best, wasn't it? That was the best back in the day, looking for bugs,
Yeah.
digging up bugs. I busted my head wide open underneath my friend's trailer that he lived in because we were looking for some sort of bug under there. And I was like, oh, I found it. And I lifted up real quick and busted my head wide open.
Kevin.
I went home and I was like
We-
bleeding all over my shirt. My mom was going crazy.
My father has 30 plus hives. As of this last couple of weeks with the real good weather, he actually got 6 new ones because the fuckers started to swarm and duplicated and all. Like, so we're up at about 32, 33 hives now at the minute. And I have a video from like last year with my wee girl just standing in like right in front of a hive where you fucking should not stand, you know, because it's like the flight plan. It's like standing in the middle of a runway. And they're just like, has anyone seen Jupiter Ascending? The movie
No.
Jupiter
Not that I
Ascending?
know of.
There's a scene
No.
from Jupiter Ascending, and it's just, I don't know, these bees can sense this thing in this character, and they just swarm around her as if she's the queen bee. And it's like a video like that, and she's just standing there going, don't give a fuck, don't give a fuck. 4.5 years of being around these bees, she's still never been stung. It's totally unfair. It's not fair, but she just stands right in front of them, wanders around them, thousands of them just flying all around her. She's just loves it. Hi Jake the Atheist, thank you very much for coming, man. The link, have we got the link? Has anyone got the link? Where's the link? I'll pop it in the chat if Jake would like to join. Anyone else as well, if they would like to join. We have 4 slots open. Yeah, she doesn't give a fuck. She has no fear. You know, well, I wouldn't say she has no fear, but she's very, very good at overcoming it. You know, if you explain to her, she's open to that. You know, and I think it's something that the education system and the way that society is laid out at the minute dulls. You know, that drive
Absolutely.
that drive
Yeah.
to want, you know, and you don't need to get a 9-to-5 job and go do this, that, and the other. Create your own job. You know, and
Yeah.
I make a joke that I swear to fuck I'm going, you know, she loves her physics, she loves this, she hasn't enjoyed. Elena's going to figure out quantum gravity. I'm going to be the father of someone with a Nobel Prize. I'm not living vicariously through my child. It's just going to happen. I can't have it. You know, it's.
There's a guy called Ken Robinson. I don't know if you've ever heard of him before. First time he used to be a lecturer. Well, he probably still is a lecturer, but he's done a TED talk, and I think I heard him on the radio a few years ago. I think it's when I first heard him, where he talks about the education system. I'd highly recommend. Off the top of my head, the only thing I could think of is if you were to put Ken Robinson and TED talk in. You'd find he talks about the education system, and he talks about how different people need to be educated differently, and it just
That's something I was actually watching the other day. There's 4. There's the VASC model or the VARC model, visual, audio, kinetics, and written. I'm saying it wrong. It's the VASC model or the VARSC model or whatever, and it's what a lot of schools actually run by now. You know, oh, he's a visual learner, he's an auditory learner, and things like that, and. The actual idea that when it came around was not based on any studies. It was a guy that just looked at a load of shit, tried a couple of, you know, he was like, oh, well, this, that, and the other. He interpreted this and created a model that people have been using for so goddamn long that it's ingrained in us. That if you think you're a visual learner, you see a visual thing, you remember it more. You know, it's... But the actual studies have went to show that if they put people down a route, figure out what, according to the VASC model, or VARC model, I think it's the VARC model, if any of the mods or anything, or anybody would like to look that up. And they've split the people, you know, say for talk's sake, they have visual learners and audio learners. And they would split them 50-50, so it's the classroom's half 50, you know, half and half and half and half. But one's taught visual and one taught audio. And if you're looking for a hint, the hint would be in reference to what your style of learning would be. And overall, it turns out it's all bullshit. People learn better with a mixture of things relative to what they're learning.
The VARK,
Like what?
VARK.
VARK, is it? Yes.
Learning styles. There's 4 main types of learners. Yeah, it's the visual, auditory, reading, writing, and then kinesthetic.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the VARC model. Based on nothing. Based on no studies, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's actually a quote in the video I watched. It was by Verizon, by the way, or Veritasium, which is a well-respected channel as well. But people who have done these studies, looking at the fact that teachers teach in the VARC model, the fact that the amount of information that shows that it does not work, and the fact that people still use it is just scary.
Oh, I never even. I mean, this isn't what this guy. I've forgotten what his name is. I just said it 5 seconds ago. Mr. Robinson. That's not what he he talks about. Like, one of the worst things we can do is take creative type education out of school and things like this. And
yeah, it's the first thing that comes up when you Google Ken Robinson TED Talk. Do schools kill creativity? Is the name of the thing.
And it's
yeah, the whole idea of, after that funeral, all the kids, like, the parents are all doing the thing, they're all walking around, you've got a bunch of kids that are going, I wouldn't say buck mad, but, they're running about all over the place. The parents are like, come here, and be respectful and this, like that, as you should be at a funeral, don't get me wrong, but Elena was agitated. I was like, come on over here, do we go look at the fucking trees? There's a tree with a hole in the side of it, let's pull bark off. As I said, there was a lot of kids, but by the end of that, one of the wee girls had never held a spider before. She held this little tiny wee money spider. Now, her sister held one, and her sister had no problems with before, so I give it to her sister after I caught it. And then her sister was like, no, seriously, you can't even feel it on your skin. And I don't know. Get the kids out, get them mucking around in the dirt. We had amber. I even found some amber off the tree and heated it up and then rolled it into my hand and give it to one of the kids, like a wee round amber ball and stuff. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I enjoy teaching. Kids are sponges. We should not ignore them. We should we should treat kids older than what they are, if I can say that, if you understand what I'm talking about, on an intellectual level. Kids are a hell of a lot smarter because kids don't take into consideration this, that, and the other. They don't overthink. And I know it's indoctrination to a certain point if you say, this is the way it is, and this is the way it is. But if you're promoting it, fucking sky's blue, and the sun's yellow, and it's 98 million miles away, and if you're promoting fact, kids will just accept that. And it becomes part of their foundational knowledge that you can build upon. I've talked to 38-year-olds and 40-year-olds that don't know what tardigrades are, and my fucking 4-year-old does. So fuck you. It's, they're like sponges right up until they're 5 and 6.
Yeah.
And that's just their natural. It'll start to diminish. But if you keep pushing it and you keep them inquisitive.
Yeah. It's
I know every.
It's getting that healthy balance, isn't it? Of like letting them be kids, but at the same time, don't be a patronising git to them.
Oh yeah, well you make it fun. Well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
you make
exactly.
It fun.
Yeah,
Kids,
make it engaging, make it interactive.
And it's the same with adults. It's about the interaction, what's going on as well. For learning and studies and things like that. The VARC model, as I say, is bullshit, but. With kids and stuff, I don't know why auto ad is not working. I do apologize for the audience for this. What's going to be a technical boom, 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 boom. Just keep encouraging it. I really do think that. I think the educational system is not right. I don't think that everybody gets put in a box, and it's not down to the limitation of the teachers or anything like that. There's also an awful lot of, let's be fucking completely crazy, overpopulation. How's a teacher going to teach 50 kids if at least 25 of them have 10 different styles of learning?
Class sizes are ridiculous.
I would consider
myself
the
other thing that frustrates me.
When I went to class, our entire school across 3 teachers had 73 people when I left.
That was crazy.
It's
crazy.
So that was lucky that they had that, but they were going to close that down because it was so small. But that,
I kind of understand to some degree it's about the resources and the money or the lack of money putting into these things. But I just think and maybe people, I don't know, but it's kind of like if you're academic, you're academic. If you're not, you're not. Perhaps take academic kids and teach them more practical skills. Don't force them into this bloody pigeonhole. And say, for example, if you're not very good at writing or arithmetic, then find something they're really interested in. Perhaps they're really into sports.
Yeah.
Get them to write about sports. or there must be things involved in sports that involve maths to some degree, like working out the odds of what. I don't know much about sports, but it's like, if you want to teach them writing and maths, and they're not very good at it, find a subject they're interested in and find a way to incorporate writing and maths into that.
This is one of the questions I'm not sure if you've seen Dave mention a few times in live streams and stuff, and something I'm hoping to it's very hard to find the scenario, very hard to find the words for a fucking YouTube channel without being pulled down these holes, you know what I mean? And it's like, think of the rules for a society. We're down to like maybe 1 million people or 150,000 people or whatever on the on say America, because it covers all seasonals. We'll go with that, you know. And what rules would you come up with? What way would you educate the people? What freedoms would you give the people and things like that? It's sort of, and when it comes to education, from a personal experience, you know, I don't think I'm fucking stupid. I get distracted quite easily and things like that, but if I get an interest in something, I'll follow it down the line right to the fucking end until I feel I don't think I can, you know, feel any more or learn any more. And I feel the education system failed me. You know, not so much all the way with the learning style, but also the limitations on money and the way it was set up at the time, coming from a single parent family and things like that. Got a bursary, got a grant, you know. Still can't fucking live when you break that down to after you pay your rent, which you have to pay rent in, you know, to stay there. I'm living on 35 quid a week. You know, there's always going to be a few drinks and a few smokes was bought in there. So you're living on £15 a week. There's a lot of things to take into consideration. But the point I'm making is I feel the education failed me. So it's something I'm very passionate about. Something watching my child develop, you know. Even just watching her learn to catch a fucking ball last year. Catching a ball and watching a parabolic rate, knowing exactly what that is and the mathematics behind that, and her brain's just figuring that out. You know, from a 2-year-old point of view, a 3-year-old point of view, she's not even realizing what she's doing, so to speak. But this is the things that I'm interested in. This is the things that I'm seeing. And when it comes to the education system, I have such a hatred for it. I don't want her to be dumbed down by that. And everybody learns a different way, and people should be pushed in different routes. And I don't know, I'm just looking at my mother's comments in the chat, she's throwing me off. The education system is fucked, alright? Personally, I think, going back to the stream that I think we should have a wee snapshot from it, is kids should not be sent into any mainstream education with the exception of reading and writing and counting. Just basic counting and math, you know, I'm talking plus and minus and dividing. Real basic stuff up until the age of maybe about 3 or 4. Most of the time in school should be spent having fun in a creative way. You know, you've got toys outside that you have to put blocks in to make it fit. You need to turn it this way to make creative toys like that. The education should then be pushed in maybe 2 or 3 years in a wide range of subjects that you can see what they not excel in, but what they have a potential to move into. And then when they're maybe 8 or 9, start giving them more of an option. Look, would you take an interest in this? Would you take an interest in that? I do think that mathematics and science should always be there. I don't give a fuck if you've got bad English. Text has destroyed that now. The internet has destroyed the English language. So, yeah, I'm MathPig. I'm not English pig. That's just a bias. True. But, you know, science and mathematics and logical thinking should also be taught. Logical thinking, should also be starting to be taught at 8 and 9. So when you get to that age of 11 and 13 and 14 and you're going into that slightly higher education, you've got a wider choice of what you want. You've been taught the ability to think about where you're going in life, logically thinking from where you've came from, you know. That's just my opinion of where the education should go. In a short synopsis, it's never going to happen. It's a giant change. We're all taught to work in a fucking factory. Line up, answer this. I think the education system is fucking... Educational bulimia, isn't that the one where you just learn shit and vomit it back up again? Bulimia? Or is that anorexia?
That's yeah. No, bulimia is when you vomit.
Yeah, so educational bulimia. Learn this, vomit it up, 3 weeks later, don't matter.
Pretty much. You might have just invented a new term there.
You mean like word salad, but like throwing up everything?
But that's what it is.
Sort of.
You're taught for 6 months all these dates, these times, and how to do a certain thing a certain way, and then you go to your exam, you vomit it back up into a paper, and then when you move the next year above, especially when you move from lower education to higher education, they're like, "Do you remember everything that you learned last year and the year before and the year before that?" Bullshit. It's all just.
I didn't have that issue.
It's all a simplified version of what it actually is. So everything you learned before is just to get you there. It's not actually.
It's regurgitation.
Yeah, it's literally just regurgitating to know for the test, and then you really don't need it for the following test until it's all cumulative or something.
Yes, because there's no foundational. You're taught something that you need once. There's no foundation upon it. There's no. Obviously, there is to a point. You're building and stuff you've learned before, but.
Yeah, I mean, all I learned from high school was the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and that was it. I learned absolutely nothing also in college, so it's okay.
We did a mock GCSE test, so anyone who knows from, I think Dee's probably the only person here who will know what GCSE is.
I don't know what that is, to be honest.
But we did a mock GCSE test over here, and for physics, I was doing AA physics. So one of the questions was a ladder leaning against a wall. And you start with A, and you have to figure out B, and in between the rest of it, there's all these different steps, if you understand what I mean. Figure out this, and the weight, and the friction down against the wall, and all this. It's a physics question,
Mm-hmm.
And bollocks that. That takes forever and a day. And there's other questions that... And I knew that a ladder question was going to come up on the... it's one of them big questions. You're going to get a question on this, yeah? So I sat down and I cancelled. I was like, this equals this equals this equals this equals this, and I cancelled the whole fucking thing down to it was 2 equations. So I could do the 45-minute question in like 10 minutes. And it was like a simple matter of, yourself with maths. You just cancel things down. This equals this equals this. You put it in and you get the answer. It's grand. And I was pulled for afterwards. I got less marks than the rest of the people who ended up with the wrong answer, because with maths it's steps, not the answer.
Show you working.
Show you fucking working out.
Yeah.
Know it exactly how I taught you.
The teachers, knowing that I hang around with kids from an older age, because I was my birthday's in August, so I was held back a year in primary school. I did 2 P7s. So the people who are now doing A levels, I hang about with and play football with. And who give you this? Who give you this? And I was like, nobody give me this. I'm just fucking bored. Why should I spend 45 minutes? And I'm not saying that I was particularly chastised for it or anything like that, but it's the way the education system is. It's like, you shown initiative, you must have cheated.
No, I'm just bored. It's not very, there's no other answer, dude. I'm bored in school. What do you want me to do?
I think that's another problem with certainly the education system here, and probably in a lot of places, is that it's probably reasonably not well catered. That's not the right. It's not too bad for people who are very middle of the road. If you're not that bright, you're going to get left behind, and if you're very bright, you're going to get bored and stop being interested.
Falling asleep at the very front table of English class to the point where you get a fucking parent-teacher meeting where your mother has to come in and have a conversation with the teacher.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like,
it's worse at a uni tutorial when there's only 6 of you. The class gets stopped and everyone's looking at you because you were snoring.
Well, I was consistently bored in school, consistently, and it never ended.
There's another guy there as well, a fella called, I was going to say Sean Connery. His name was Sean Rooney, and I don't know, you'll never see this, but he was smarter than me, and he didn't give, like, me and him would sit out the back, and he was from a very staunch Catholic area, and I was from a very staunch Protestant area, and me and Dave have talked about this before. I used to sit with him and make paper airplanes that said IRA and throw them at the fucking staunch Protestants, because there were more crack in the Catholic table. Oh, funny as fuck. Only in RE class though, D. Only in RE class. Yeah, and me and Sean used to sit down the back and just talk shite, and it's like the teacher would ask questions, we'd answer and be like, yeah, it's done, fuck off, we're bored. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I know I ended up not where I wanted to. I wanted to teach. I wanted to astrophysics. That's where was my goal when I went to university. I did maths, physics, and advanced maths. That's what I was aiming down. And it was imaginary numbers that fucked me up. And a YouTube video that lasted 2 hours long after going to fucking class for an entire year and that fucking... And, you know, after he went through it, I didn't want to ask. I didn't want to ask for help. I felt, you know... I'm not going to say embarrassed, but you understand what I mean? You know, you just sort of wing it after that, and I shouldn't have.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
Didn't get the results, and towards the end it was just fuck it, I'm fucked. And then watching a fucking YouTube video of a guy describing it visually more so than describing it mathematically, even though with numbers I'm quite good, that particular thing was better visually for me. Again, back to the VARC model being full of bullshit. Like.
Yeah, exactly. It's. I mean, I kind of understand that there's limitations, but you can't just shove everyone into the same box. And like you say, they're not really educating you so you can learn things. They just want you to.
It's all about
this.
passing a fucking test.
Yeah,
Passing.
like for example, you can understand jack
Kevin's
shit,
still
but
here,
have a
everybody.
really good.
Hey.
But yeah, you can understand jack shit, but if you've got a phenomenal memory,
Yeah.
you can just, you know, I mean, like I understood most of the stuff I learned at school. My memory's not so good. Plus, you put me in for an exam, and my brain just got to go ka-chung.
Yeah,
On a
that's
big
that's
thought, you know, and it's like I just sit there staring at the paper, thinking, I don't remember any of this.
That-
Oh no!
That the Verizon video that I'm talking about actually pointed that out as well. He went out onto the street with 10 pictures, and then he went out onto the street with 10 words, and then he went out onto the street with 10 pictures and words. And regardless of what then people were classified as, when there was actually a picture with a word describing what the picture was, they all did upwards of 25 to 30%. Some of them doubled their fucking score on what they were doing, because it's a mixture of both visual and written, even though regardless of what they were described as.
Yeah.
Jay, thank you very much for coming in. That's a wonderful snout you have.
Like that?
Love that picture, man. Absolutely love that picture.
Is that a dog?
Somehow.
I love
Yeah,
that
it's my
dog.
pet.
That's such a good dog. I love him. Please boop his snoot.
Yeah, she's a spoiled little brat.
Oh, I love her.
Jay, you know I love you. I only just like giving you shit because you can take it.
I know.
Good.
Oh, if you guys want to hear me taking shit, wait till I go live and play a little bit of Praise's response video. It's a reaction video to a review I did of one of his videos.
You love them
Yikes.
crazy Christians, Jay, don't you?
I thought you meant something completely different for when you started that sentence, to be honest. It's like,
Yeah.
no, we don't need that.
Oh,
Jay,
Thank
have
you.
you
Oh,
met
damn
Kevin?
it.
Seeing as
Take a
it's the after party for Kevin.
He calls-
Have you met Kevin?
He calls because it's appropriate because because MathPig is saying that he's giving me shit, and Praise's response video is calling my brother and me bags of shit.
Oh, wow.
Well, I
Literally colostomy bags.
well,
Oh, no.
I didn't hear right the other day.
on
Praise
that
is selling
note,
his channel.
Kevin, this is your first impression of Jay. And I said fuck you, Jay, earlier, and without any knowledge. Do you think your fuck you, Jay, was justified now that you've met him?
I will never retract the fuck you.
There you are.
It's out there. I meant it.
Well, I don't attract my fuck you of you telling me to fuck you.
No, definitely you should have the Jay's background would be very fundamentalist Christian. Let me see if I can steelman you correctly. Very fundamentalist Christian for a very long time that went down lots of rabbit holes. Loves the philosophical sort of side of things. Loves the banter. Loves to poke shit at people when he drinks sake. And don't give a fuck what he says. If you got a problem with him, he'll wipe his channel and he'll start again.
Well, to be fair, one time YouTube did that for me, but
Yeah, just the one time YouTube did that for you.
yeah, they did it for me. Yeah, they wiped my channel for me. And then I was like, and instead of being a whinging bitch, I just asked him, I'm like, can you tell me what I did wrong? And then 2 hours later, so when I did the appeal, like I didn't write when you do the formal appeal on YouTube, I didn't write, oh, how dare you, or you need to prove what I did wrong or anything like that. I said, listen, I don't have any problem with my channel being taken away, but I would really like you guys to show me exactly what I did wrong so that I don't repeat that mistake in the future. And 2 hours later, boop, channel came back on.
But yeah, you gotta love Jay. You have to keep on the ball because Jay'll just fucking private a stream, delete a stream. Fuck you. Fuck. You thought that
Most
was
of my streams are
hilarious?
just private.
You missed it. I'm deleting it. Hello
No,
to
the
Muff
reason-
Pig, by the
no-
way. Whoever Muff Pig is, I think I have an idea who Muff Pig is.
MathPig.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, the reason why I privatize my I privatize some of my videos is because when I have been imbibing a little bit too much and I've been doing some streams, and then sometimes I'll say whatever the fuck I want to say. It's not necessarily bad, but I had Jill one time. Jill was having a conversation with Gavin, and Gavin made this comment about, they were talking about abortion, and Gavin said, I think it's funny that when we're having this conversation about abortion or about pro-choice or abortion, it's coming from people who have already been born. And I was just laughing my ass off at that comment. And I went on Jill's live stream, and Jill's like, well, what are you laughing about? I'm like, Gavin's comment is absolutely fucking hilarious. How dare the born have a conversation about what the unborn is what's happening with the unborn. And so he decided that he was going to do a video saying, he actually still has it up on his channel. It's called Jay Pasick Laughs at Unborn Baby's Pain.
Oh, is that does in JIL Jesus is Lord?
Jesus is Lord, yeah.
He's rebuke and reprove.
Rebuke and reprove. Yeah, he's rebuke and reprove now.
Are you being
Oh,
racist?
my.
Just
Yeah, but how else?
Are
How
you being
is
racist
so-
and picking on me? What was that, Jay? You big racist.
Well,
No, being
how are
culturally
you,
insensitive. I'm being culturally insensitive.
Oh,
I'm not being
how
racist.
how are you supposed to talk about that if we can't? I don't get it.
I know, that's why I was laughing. It's just the way Gavin, and I don't think I gave it any justice. You'd have to actually hear it, but the way Gavin said it, it just got me laughing. And I was already in the backstage when he said it, and so I was already just laughing my ass off. And
Out
that's
of all
when
them crazies,
Jill,
right? Out of all them
Yeah,
crazies, the best has to be Jill. Go on ahead, sorry.
yeah,
Jay.
Jill lets me in, and I'm just sitting there dying. He goes, well, what are you laughing at? Are you laughing about babies? I'm like, no, I'm laughing about what Gavin said. That's absolutely the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I think it's interesting that it's all these people that are talking about abortion have already been born. Oh, I'm sorry. Should we put it up to a vote for those that are unborn and
There's a video
not even
from
thought
about,
of?
There's a video from about 2 years ago where Jill goes into the actual biological functions of the anus to prove Skylar Fiction wrong, that gay sex is wrong. And the way he describes
did he?
Oh, good
and
grief.
Well,
goes
Nicky.
through it is like a comedy sketch, someone trying to make a joke, and he's fucking he's deadly serious.
It's
and
priceless. It's priceless. It's
Wait.
hilarious.
I don't see how he can say it's wrong until he's tried it.
Wait, who said that though? Because I want to block them.
Oh no, it's fine. You'll never have
Okay.
interactions.
Oh,
with
you're fine if you're a female. He'll
Yeah, he won't
automatically
talk
block
to
you
us.
for him.
I'm not though.
No, see, this is my fault. I'm sorry. I keep getting it wrong.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter even if you're trans. If he says, "Well, were you?" If you're transgender or if you were
Wouldn't
once
matter.
female
No,
and now
Jill's an
identify as
absolute
male,
prat.
he'll kick you.
You know
He'll
of
kick
Jill, stupid. You know of them because we have been telling you about them from the very start. This is what, like, I have a soft
Oh wait,
spot.
wait, no, I don't.
Do you remember the guy that we described as Jesse Lee Peterson wannabe?
Yeah, that's it.
God.
I forget names so easily, so you'll have to describe them.
Think of
Yeah, I
a
know
Jesse
who
Lee
you're talking about.
Peterson wannabe.
Never mind.
They are
I
just
think
gone. They're
Jesse
just
Lee.
gone.
But what's interesting is I think Jesse Lee Peterson has actually flagged some of Jill's channels that have used Jesse Lee Peterson's content.
Really?
I'm going to.
Perfect.
I may not be correct on that, but I think that might be the case because you know damn well there's no honor amongst them whatsoever.
Fuck
He's
you,
like, no, this
MathPig.
guy's an idiot.
Fuck you, MathPig.
Yeah. Jill's one of these people that whatever occupation you mention, he's done it. Or, you know, I've lost track of how many things he spoke. It's like
he was a science teacher. He taught English Lit, but didn't know what the word cadaver meant. He had students rip out the sections about evolution out of textbooks in public schools. He has had conversations with students about homosexuality in the halls of schools. He has snuck into classrooms and took a peek at liberal teachers' lessons plans about sexuality. What's the other thing? He's also a life insurance salesman, and there's other things as well. But yeah, he's a jack of all trades and a master.
He's a fucking cock. Stu, thank you very much for joining. Stu, I don't know if you know Jay, I don't know if you know D, I don't know if you know Jaded, or have you had interactions with he or they, Jupid? Kevin is here. This is his after party. Kevin has a really wonderful first impression of the community, and we've got Dave.
Hey, real quick though, so welcome Kevin to the community. But I haven't seen D in a long time. I haven't heard from her in a long time. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
That's good. Yeah, we haven't talked. I used to get on. Remember, we used to talk. I think on Brojo's channel every once in a while, and Cerberus.
Brojo, I've been on one of Brojo's channels for ages.
Brojo posted in my fucking general Discord the other night. Like he was live.
Oh,
actually, it was actually Dee who was having a conversation. It was actually Dee Dee that was having I believe it was Dee Dee. That's how I met Jesus is Lord, is because Dee Dee was having a conversation with Jill in a comment thread, and I decided to join it. And my life has been so much better off since I met Jesus is Lord, since I interjected in that comment thread.
I'll always have a special place in my heart for Jill. He's my first troll. As much as Jill, as my first ever live stream. Go on. You love telling this story, Jay. Go on. I know it makes you.
No. No. Go ahead. You were on my channel. The first time you were ever live was on my channel.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You usually are very adamant and love to scream about how you popped my channel.
No, only when you try to degrade me, and I like to lower that over your head. But it doesn't matter right now.
Yeah. Pretty much every stream.
Your stream is just one giant post. It's okay.
I didn't bring it up this time. That motherfucker did.
Right? If any of this is actually a shout out for all the new members and the new Patreons. If they haven't got the link, I know Geo has because he's been around for a while, and I know Dave has. But there is an actual Patreon members playlist that's unlisted, and it has Jay. I went back through fucking G-Man's channel and found it. Right. The one where I left yours and then went and gave him a dog's abuse. I went back through his channel and I copied it and downloaded it and all. So I've got that. I need the one where I was on your channel. Have you still got that?
Yeah, I think it's way back when. But yeah, I might be able to find it.
Yeah, go back and find that and we'll make it apart. But there is the video, which would be my first online interaction with a Christian. Sorry, I'll rephrase that. My first online interaction with a fucked up, mad, crazy Christian who was G-Man, and he was on that particular night promoting that lies was better than pedophilia because lies.
No, the other way around.
Sorry, liars are worse. Liars are worse than pedophilia because lies condemned the entire human race. Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. So after drinking, I don't know what Jay was on, and after staying up all night and testing out. You were probably in sake. It's always in sake that gets shit wound up. And I went and fucked G-Man off from a height to the point where I think
I had four bottles that night. Oh. My wife was down in Orange County, California for a conference.
I think it was one of the Dragnot crew. I tagged in their Discord that it was live at the time, and at that night Dragnot was actually live streaming it while I was giving him shit, and he was texting me. He was like, "Tell them Dragnot lives and all this." Tried to get it out, but the cunt kicked me.
Hey, Math, you want to know what you know what I find funny about that weekend? My wife didn't come back. She didn't come back from Orange County to a corpse. I drank a lot that weekend.
4 bottles?
Okay.
4 bottles?
Bottles of
sake. Yeah, that day that I was having that conversation with the first time I met MathPig and we had a conversation on my
Well, we'd met
on my
before,
channel.
but you know, you were live. There was nobody else talking. There was only me in your chat.
Yeah, and it was just you and I bantering back. And I had my laptop. I had my new laptop, and I had it set up on the TV, and people could see my living room and
It was your
everything.
laptop, man. You'd set up a wireless mouse and a wireless keyboard to your new TV.
Well, I was using which was connected to my laptop. My laptop. I was using my laptop as the. I was using the TV as a monitor.
Bottles of sake, doesn't matter. We'll just go
Yeah,
with the story.
and I was walking around. I was chatting with you while walking around my living room, drinking copious amounts of sake. Either way, I think the reason you left was because at one point I just became completely incoherent.
Yeah, no, you were fucked. You were falling asleep on the sofa and stuff. You'd even turned the camera off. The camera's like 10 foot. You had the camera on top of the TV. I was getting a full drunken, passed out body shot in a single scene.
Yeah.
Just like security footage.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, it was, yeah.
Like, you passed out, and then 20 minutes later, you slid down the seat. That's where I was.
No, I didn't pass out.
No,
I
you didn't pass out, but
Don't-
you definitely slid down the seat. That's the position you were going for, you know.
Oh well, yeah.
Okay.
That's the. I need to make more room, and I need to fart some of the shit that's brewing in my gut. So
Happy
I'm
Northern
I'm-
Ireland Protestant Day, still.
Oh, go to hell. Listen, I'm slightly confused because are you insinuating, word pig, that people get drunk and say stupid things when they're screaming? Because I've never heard of such a thing, and that just sounds crazy to
I
me.
never said people. I only said Jay.
yeah, but,
Oh.
but there's
And
there's
Jay's
other
not
people
people,
that.
apparently.
Well, not that
No,
Jay's
I'm
not
not.
people,
Joke.
but people's a broad brush.
Yeah.
I was being
Brush.
very specific.
But-
If Jay
Broad brush.
drinks
But
4
here's-
bottles
but-
of sake, Jay's a drunken mess.
But
Just
here's-
gonna
but here's-
say, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
that was
say,
years-
I'm
that
not
was- that
familiar
was-
with. I'm not familiar with Jay, so if it's true that Jay's not a people, that's fine. I don't judge.
No, he's not a people. He's
I
a
don't-
I
person.
do.
He's a person.
Is he
Well,
not a people?
No, he
Praise and Jill might actually agree with that.
technically right now he's just a snout.
I was
somehow or another,
watching.
somehow I lost my picture. Somehow I lost
Just
my
if I
joker.
can point out, I'm now going to pick on Stool because he was disrespectful to me after joining. So Stool, where the fuck have you been all night? When we went live like 6 hours ago, you were the
Dude.
upvote. You were not. Let me finish. You were the one person that the audience wanted to see. And
I'm quite delicate at the moment because #Stool brought football. So I'm being blamed for literally all the problems in the world.
I was blaming Yuri Geller, but
But if it means anything to you and your testicle, I was watching you earlier.
That seemed like a weird. That was weird.
it's not weird.
I was watching you,
Jay,
Lee.
that's not weird. Do you not know the story? Last weekend, my daughter kicked me between the legs and 3 days in hospital.
I was
Your
watching
testicles dropped
earlier.
That's funny as all hell.
I was watching you. I was watching the thing when you went all sad and you
Wait,
were
when your
literally
daughter kicked
begging.
you-
You were
Never mind,
literally
I
begging
think wait.
people to talk to you, which was sad and pathetic. But whatever, you'll
It
get
is sad
over
and
it.
pathetic, but it's better than being alone and wanting to jump out a window. So there's
I
that.
fucking love this guy.
Out of curiosity, when your daughter kicked you between the legs, did you say, "Man, you got a really white foot. You got all 3"?
No, when she did, I said, "Honey, don't kick Daddy there," and went on about my business. And a 2-hour drive home made it swell to 4 times its normal size. It was delayed reaction.
Oh, she really nailed it.
Oh man, there's loads of people popping into the background. I don't have enough space. I don't know what way anyone wants to take that. Did transatlantic turf wars just end or something? Everybody.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
No one here was in there apart from me.
Okay, take care,
Bye.
See
Gio.
you.
Gio,
See you,
thank
Gio.
you for
Yeah.
coming. Lots of love.
See you,
I'm
Robbie.
actually gonna take off to.
It's
We're gonna
date
go on
night.
a
It's
yep,
date
it's
night.
date night with my husband. So it was good to talk to you guys.
Well, so long as it's not date night with my husband, that's okay.
Jade, as always, thank you for your support, Jade. And,
Absolutely.
Why don't you just call it what it is?
excuse me,
Slated
Jay,
sexual
shut the
intercourse
fuck up,
day.
Jay, man. Shut the
We
fuck up,
have
man.
children at home, but never leave our house because of COVID. So we're going out, and yeah, unfortunately, the sex life thing is a little hard sometimes.
Back of the car, woman. Back of the car. Bring a teenage style. Get a teenage style. You know, just make sure that in America you don't use the stick. That gets in the way sometimes.
You can use the stick.
I knew that
You see
Dave
what-
was
you
going
see
to
what
lay
happens
that
when
up
you
for
get into a
Dave.
room with a
I
bunch of
fucking
heathens.
lined that. That joke was deliberately lined up for Dave, and he walked right into it. Literally, sorry, I'll
Of
rephrase
course.
that. Dave backed into that.
I don't want to
He
get
had into it,
technical.
he walked into it.
Jade, run.
I don't want to get
Jade,
technical,
run.
but did he
Run.
literally walk into it because Dave's got a bit of a leg problem?
Oh, maybe he rolled
Oh.
He rolled into it.
Absolutely did roll into it. What you gonna do about it?
into it. Dave, thank you very much for joining. Kevin, listening to the community that's here before Stool ruins the first impression that's already ruined, and he makes it worse. The community, the
This is
group,
true.
the people. What do you think of us all?
Yeah, this is a fun group. I like this.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet.
What do
I
you think of
haven't-
the show so far?
I haven't had any sake.
Don't worry, I've been.
He's only
absolutely
only 2 bottles in. Let's see. Wait till he gets to
No,
4.
no, I'm currently at work, so it's if I'm drinking sake, I'm in trouble.
It's okay.
I feel like
I'll,
putting a
I'm-
song up.
I'm
Stool
slightly
about my
I'm
best
slightly
friend.
scared, Robbie, because I fired up OBS, which I have to use for reasons, and I didn't realise that I had the old thing going on behind me. I also was not fully understanding about July the 12th. I did watch your stream earlier. You taught me some history. Thank you.
So you're here now as a loyalist.
I've no idea what to say because
Well,
I'm
right
scared.
now, what you're promoting with that behind you is killing the Catholics in Northern Ireland, burning giant pallets, and getting really, really drunk. That's what you're promoting right now on my stream from the country I'm in.
But apart from that, am I doing a bad thing?
Oh,
I don't know.
I will turn it off if it upsets anybody because you know.
It really making a bigger thing out of it than it is. It's a joke and it's
It
not
really-
landed well. But
I know, I just like winding you up because you've got the biggest testicle in the world.
not anymore. But I have a problem now. This is a problem that I discussed with Dave earlier, right? I don't know how this is going to go down with the panel and the audience and the.
Disgusting, but he didn't have to send me
Okay.
pictures.
I didn't
Hey,
send you
Fabio.
any
know about
pictures.
the testicle.
Right. But this is the question. Women will understand this as well. From their point of view, there's always one breast bigger than the other. From a man's point of view, there's always one testicle bigger than the other. But now I don't know if my right one was the bigger one to start with, because it is
No
now,
one hangs lower.
But I
No
don't
one
know if it
hangs
was.
lower than the other.
Yeah, well, I can't
Not one
remember.
that's necessarily the larger.
Oh no,
One
it's
hangs lower than the other.
So it appears
I mean,
like
generally we're not symmetrical. Like usually, one of your hands is slightly bigger than the other, and one of your feet is slightly bigger
Oh,
than
look
the
at
other.
Dee
And
making
Yep.
it bloody complicated. We're gonna have to measure my hand.
just saying, it's like
One of these things is not like
Hey,
the other.
if you're gonna, hey, MathPig, if you gotta measure the swelling in your balls, just use a micrometer. We
I'll
all
tell
know.
you, this time last week, I did not need to. We call it a vormir over here. This time last week, I did not need to use one of them. I couldn't sit, I couldn't walk, I couldn't stand. Oh,
You were
man.
just having a shitty time, weren't
It
you?
was really, really, really like the only thing that was worse was when they injected antibiotics directly into my right buttock.
Oh, did you just say buttock?
You mean his ass? His
yes, I thought he was
That's-
going to say
that's fine.
something else.
I thought he was going to use
When
the
the
T
nurse
word.
said anal, I thought he was sticking it up, and I just dropped the wags anyway, and then he needled me in the buttock, so it was grand.
I thought he was going to
So
say
boobs
testicles,
are the
too.
same.
I thought he was going for the T thing there, and I was ready to be
Yeah.
sick.
Testicle?
Yeah,
Boobs are
yeah.
the same.
Oh.
The one is bigger than the other, and two, there is a tool
Who
to
the
measure
fuck
your
let Fabio
balls.
in? I literally can't see Fabio. What's going on? I need to like.
There
How
is
can you
a
not see?
there is a tool to measure your balls. It's called
ahead.
an orchidometer.
Well, they used
This
an
is very
ultrasound.
true.
That's what they had to
Ah.
use. So taking into consideration an ultrasound for
the
pregnancy-
orchidometer did not go big enough.
Yep, they had to use an ultrasound, man. Had to use an ultrasound.
For the ladies and the uninitiated in the audience,
Who the fuck
what
Fabio out of nowhere
this is
shocked me.
this is a real thing. It's a circular piece of plastic. with different size holes, and they measure your testicles through it.
Oh, I've got something like that, but it's for knitting needles.
Let's freak all the men out.
Very like that.
Let's freak all the men out, right?
I like where you can take that one. Yeah, it's for knitting needles. Yeah, what's being implied there?
Whenever I was of a very young age, this actually makes, I wouldn't say makes sense, but I've had urinary tract infections and things like that, and problems with my kidneys from a long age. And when I was, I think, 11 or 12, and around the time of joining high school, they put a knitting needle size fucking long thing up where it shouldn't go to go and check my kidneys with the camera.
The urethra.
You said it, I didn't want to cringe. But yeah, and they also give me the option when they told me they were good doing this. They were like, well, would you like to be awake? Or somebody actually left over this. Jay ran away over that. Would you like to be awake or would you like to be knocked out? And it would knock me the fuck out. So, you know, having this as sore as it was not the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened. Although at least 20 people seen my ball bag last weekend. At least. And not in its best condition either.
Not in its best condition.
How many people?
Oh my god.
At least 20, man. At least 20.
Oh my god.
At least.
How can a testicle be in its best condition? I mean, they look like they're made of leftover elbow skin. They are the least attractive part.
4 times its normal size is not its best
That's a lot
condition.
of elbow skin.
You know?
Well, yeah, I suppose not.
That's just a lot of elbow
Funny
skin.
story, when I was taken into the second stage of triage, and the doctor, who was called Dr. Cookie, was like, jump up onto the bed. Yes, swear to fuck, she was called Cookie. It wasn't spelled that way. It was C-U-K-K-I, but it was pronounced Cookie. Yeah, I know, I laughed too, still, it was funny. She asked me to jump up onto the bed to get the examination, so I dropped the wags and jumped up. I was about to jump up onto the bed, and she was like, hold on a second, I need to go get a chaperone. And I was like, well, okay, I'll pull them up for the next 2 minutes. Sorry, you can see. It's like, I'm in my head, I've made this joke already. It's like, I don't care if you bring the entire waiting room into the room to look at it. Just fix this shit. This shit ain't right. It's like, please, help.
Aww.
I think the important thing is, as long as Robbie's testicle is okay, because I was getting really worried and I felt a bit
Did
weird.
everybody hear Stuhl's song?
I did get kind of tired about writing songs about Robbie's testicle.
Do you have any of them? Can you post it?
Would you like me to find the song that Stuhl's sung about my testicle?
No, please don't do that. No, Robbie, please don't do that.
Can you send it to me?
I'm totally not scrolling and looking for it. Go on ahead with your conversation.
I'm bored and lonely, Robbie. Fuck
You're not
off.
bored and lonely. You were in a hangout with at least 4 other people and you thought this was poignant. Go on ahead. No,
I've
people
got
keep talking. Don't. Oh, found it.
Yeah, what I find helps is if you keep talking, you can change the subject.
Oh, you know.
So
I want to know this song.
I'm quite enjoying the weather today. It was raining.
It was
raining. It wasn't raining here. It was disgustingly hot and muggy.
Huge floods. Huge floods in London, which I approve of. You, Robbie, you fucking ass.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know. The computer is just taking control of itself. The computer is out of control. Are we all ready for... Oh, stop it, Skynet! Stop it! Nerdy! Nerdy! I don't know what you're doing, Nerdy! Nerdy, stop it! I can't have it.
Oh, I love...
Robbie's testicles.
So it's very low. It's always very low.
It is, yeah.
Would you like to give us a rendition, Stu?
I think it's low in more way than one.
I hate you so much, Robbie. And you know what? This is why we hate Irish people.
It's not because of our spuds.
It's because of your spuds. This is literally Spudgate. Hashtag Spudgate.
Are we getting it because whenever you're ready, Stu.
Screw you.
You just called to say what?
I'm not.
If I say potato in the way that you like me to say potato.
That just sounds perverted. What is wrong with you?
What?
Potato! Okay, we've built it up too much now and everybody feels very uncomfortable.
Always blame Dave. Hashtag blame Dave.
Fiddle with a badger.
Doing what with the badger?
Jesus UnFollower Kevin is still here. I do appreciate him hanging about with us.
Hey.
Have you met... Oh, Simos is here, right? There's 2
Oh
slots.
God, no.
Ah, but quiet.
Oh,
Fucking
fuck.
Simos. Right. Richard and Simos, the 2 slots that are available, this is for you. If anyone else joins, you're not going to be allowed in, so don't fucking bother clicking it.
Potato.
Potato.
Potato. What the fuck?
Richard is a very good conversationalist. Richard is very logical and has a very specific type of faith that is a very good conversation. Jesus, UnFollower, would be worth having. And Simos, like D and like that Italian in the top corner, has been around for fucking ages. So
That Italian in the top corner. Is that his Twitter name?
It's in the middle corner.
No, but it's going to be. It's going to be soon. It's too good to leave it.
Potato. I just really want potatoes now. Fuck you. Go away.
Really? Oh.
Simos.
Oh my God.
Oh, I like the icon. So he joins and he doesn't talk. Not lovely.
That's Simus for you.
They knew it. Oh,
Hey,
fuck you.
Hey, Gucci Gucci, how you doing?
Jumping
Bene,
you.
bene,
And the
prego.
stream gets
Grazie mille a
racist.
tutti.
I see people jumping ships in Sicily.
No,
huh?
see,
Oh,
no. Oh, look, I just fell on the ground. Oh, no. I wasn't tripped up by a footballer, no.
Thank you very much, man. I've tried really hard to get demonetized today, but thank you. You just really set it home.
Well, I gotta say, Simus, your English is better than Fabio's.
Sì, prego.
What were you doing playing Final Fantasy earlier, man? Was that you? No, what were you doing earlier? Where have you been? What have you been up to?
Hanno tutti le pettifidori. And very much grazie.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness. The son of a dog! Son of a dog! Check
Yeah,
back.
but we win on penalty. Penalty, it's fine.
Son of a dog,
Perfectly
check
fair.
back in the link. Shush 1 minute, the new Italian, please. Son of a dog, check back earlier. You can also join. Pop in, say hello. It would be wonderful to get your opinions on how racist the new Italian is. That would be wonderful.
I am only racist against foreigners, eh?
Jesus. What?
You,
Is that it?
you're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Excuse, no understanding.
Richard, hi.
Peace and respect, y'all.
No, my goodness, where are we going with this today?
Shit, you're in the wrong room here, matey.
Sounds like somebody's speaking my language up in here.
That's a language? Oh, okay.
What y'all talking about?
Everything and anything, my man.
We're talking about
I
Italian.
heard something about someone's, I don't know how to say that exactly and be polite. You know, I was raised Baptist, so you just don't say things. I'll use medical terminology. Balls.
Oh, believe me, there's been some talking balls around here.
Oh, Tangelo's here. Oh, I don't know. It's getting out of control. Tangelo's here.
Oh my God, am I going to go cross-eyed?
He wasn't on your list of people.
Pardon?
I said he wasn't on your list of people.
No, he wasn't on my list of people, but Son of a Dog hasn't arrived, so Antangelo has the floor until he does, and when he does, then so.
Son of the Dog, get here quick!
Quick! Yeah, no.
Well, technically, there was only 9 people in the hangout.
Yes, well, I'm running
therefore-
a hack on a hack on a hack now. Shush, we've got 10 on screen.
And therefore, the hangout was fine-tuned for Orthangelo.
You are sucking up on Angelo's time.
I just can't believe all these funny voices y'all have.
Son of a Dog's out for dinner, apparently.
So yes, now I have to be forced to ask the question on Angelo. How are you, and what would you like to comment on the stream and how it went? And Kevin is here, so if he wants, Kevin's still here.
Anyway, I want to know first of all, to Antento, whether or not Darth came and dubbed us in.
Say asshole 104, go fuck yourself. That's the only sent. No, I really don't want to give that man attention, but go on ahead.
Io solo dico una cosa, vaffanculo tutti gli inglesi, abbiamo vinto l'Eurocoppa.
Yes.
No.
Upside
Doubtful.
down.
Wow.
I think that was Italian, no? Or was that Portuguese?
No,
I think it was Greek.
that was Italian. It was classy as fuck, but yeah. Jesus Christ.
Just they dive a lot, the English players. That's all.
How are you, Antangelo?
I'm doing fine,
You do
thanks.
realise
After
that you
winning
being,
again.
just to point out, you do realise that you being on here is proving your best buddy wrong by saying that all we have on is atheists. So, thank you for helping us prove him wrong.
Yeah, all you have on is atheists. Never mind, like a year's worth of show adding up to more than 200 hours.
Richard,
Never
you're
mind
not
that.
you're not a Christian. You're crazy. That's what all the Christians say. Anyway.
What?
Did I just hear a little Italian moped?
Is that what
Yes.
that was?
That was
driving
it.
a
Yeah.
moped.
I was only
I wasn't
winding
quick
Richard
enough
up,
to
by
mute
the way,
it, yeah.
Richard. I wasn't actually intentionally making fun of you. I hope you take that as a joke. It's been a while.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm crying later. I'm definitely gonna cry.
It was
No,
not
you're
a
right,
moped.
but-
It was a very small Ferrari.
It's not a fun.
Ferrari.
Oh yeah, thank you very much for the 2 Christians that have joined that have helped prove me.
Where?
Where?
Yeah, where?
Two.
Antangelo, you've been
Show-
around. What do you think? Did you enjoy the stream?
Show them to me. Where are
So,
they?
so SpongeBob, I have a question for you.
SpongeBob.
Okay.
Oh goodness, that's still. Oh goodness, you're going to enjoy the
That's
answer.
me.
Can you explain me what a nipple fluffer is?
You had to ask that? Really?
He puts
His
fluff on
internet broke.
nipples.
His internet broke. I do apologize.
I'll answer that though for you on Tangelo. I would happily answer that for you. A fluffer is someone who participates in sexually explicit adult film and performs the function of keeping certain body parts in a certain condition that is good for filming.
I love the way you're putting this, Richard. By the way.
A
This is
nipple
very expert.
is part of a human's anatomy.
Human.
A human anatomy. It has milk ducts in it. It's located about the chest area.
You know what I found out today?
Um,
the mammary gland
SpongeBob
is,
is
actually
a
called the
cartoon
mammary gland 'cause
character
It's a
sponge.
modified sweat gland.
Oh.
No, nipples
No.
I know, but fluffer I don't.
So, my question would
Modified
be:
sweat gland.
How do you know SpongeBob has nipples?
He doesn't, technically.
You ask
I mean, I
anybody
just-
else on the stream, we all have an answer. Except on.
I'm legally not obliged to answer that question.
That's why. That's
Okay,
why
okay,
it's
I'm
a
leaving-
full-time job. I mean, he has to find them first.
Okay.
Which is the hard part.
Okay, I am.
You're just making
Well,
things
I
up
am
here.
just learning something. In Wikipedia, they say a fluffer is a person employed to keep a porn performer's penis erect on the set.
That's what.
Yes.
That's
Wow,
what you
don't
just
be so
said.
rude about it.
Richard was
Yeah.
just being very phallic about his humour and explaining.
Oh boy.
Have you ever met a fluffer in Tanzania? Yeah.
Well, I didn't even know that this exists.
Well, there you go. You have now.
Just for the record and to be clear, before I get cancelled, I only do lady nipples. I don't
Fair
touch
enough.
the boy things.
Dave says different, but
So let me see if I got this right. You're employed by SpongeBob to be a nipple fluffer for SpongeBob's entourage, but only the female parts.
No. I only do the boy nipples on the SpongeBob. It's a really technical job, and I'm not going to bore you with it. But
a long contract.
It's a niche job. It's very specific.
Niche.
Very niche.
Do you like use Morse code? Like, is it long, short, 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 long, 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 short, long, short, short? Like, how does that work?
I kind of do that on his nipples. Beep 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 beep.
Are you giving away your secrets now, SpongeBob's nipple fluffer?
I'm giving away my secrets.
Yeah, come on.
Here's the thing, Robbie. I know you're good at history, but I've just accidentally given away the secret of Morse code. I've just shared with the world that Morse code is a thing. Damn the Second World War.
No. The Morse code, everybody knows that. It's the fact that to get SpongeBob excited, you have to use Morse code on his nipple. That was the secret that you give away.
I read somewhere that it's not about just getting him excited. That's really kind of not the thing. Actually, he won't act without it.
Well, I would say it's about getting him wet, but since he's underneath the water,
it's already very wet.
Okay, that was a bad joke. Dave, go on. What are you saying?
That was the best one so far, Matt.
Why are his underpants?
Yeah, sad but true.
That's why Dave is always on the show. There it was right there.
Dave, what would you like to add?
Why are his underpants square?
Because
his body is.
I think the clue's in the name, Dave. Fuck me, you are so simple at times.
Dave,
really.
you know, if you're going to go down the cartoon route philosophy, it's why does Daffy Duck wear a towel around his waist when he walks out of the shower, but walks around without one generally? Now you answer me that, and you figure out the meaning of life.
Because water makes
Shut
feathers
up, Richard.
translucent. Sorry.
Don't give away the meaning of life. Shh.
WordPig, would you like to hear my latest song?
Your latest song? What's it about?
It's about you, Dave.
Oh,
no, then.
Lovely.
You know how in the old days we wrote songs when we were depressed and we missed our lovers and our marriage and all the things we used to love.
Within this last 2 weeks, I've done the same.
Oh, like Hitler's only got one ball, you mean?
How you wrote a song about his testicles?
I'm doing a thing.
Shut up.
I don't know who you are because I can't see your name, but you've got a nice accent, so I'm going to be nice to you. Dave won't take me to Flamingo Land. I think it's because he's the Hitler. Dave won't take me to Flamingo Land, and he won't buy me a 99. I think he's a cunt. I think he's a cunt. I think he's a Nazi cunt. Boo.
Did you do that again? Sorry, you were muted for most of that.
Yeah, sure I was.
Just this one more time. I hit the wrong button and muted you. Could you try again, please?
No. The time has passed.
Nobody heard it, so we'll all be in wonder. Beautiful song for the people in the hangout. It's a shame the audience didn't hear it. Kevin, have you anything you would like to ask anybody on this panel? Considering everybody's background, we have I don't know. We've got Richard and we have Ontangelo, who are of the.
Well, I was gonna say I have to dip out, but not because the Christians arrived.
Oh, it's totally because the Christians arrived.
Oh, what a coincidence! I have to leave now.
Oh no. 2 hours. 2 hours is what you said you would give, and I think you have that and some more, man. So I do appreciate that. It has been really nice to get to know you and then ignore you in the after party because I feel like a wanker and these are all mouthy bastards. But
I just sit back and listen. That's what I do. I'm a naturally introverted person, so I like to sit back and kind of absorb and listen to the conversation, interject when I have a little something. That's how I roll. So,
Kevin, do you usually use this name or do you use another name? I'm sorry. Do you always use this name or do you use different ones?
James UnFollower is what I use on all the socials and stuff. Yeah.
Richard's just showing that he didn't watch the interview or the after party or anything. He just turned up, like, you know.
Told on himself.
Thanks, Richard.
Kevin, Kevin, I'd like to apologize personally. Not that it won't mean enough. I understand that, but I'd like to personally apologize for everything that every Christian ever did to you and tried to do for you.
That's going to be a long apology.
And that includes Antangelo, and Antangelo hasn't done anything yet.
Right, what
And
we're
additionally-
going to do, what we're going to do is I'm going to say one line after the Christian description person of themselves, and then Kevin can leave. So after Richard's description of himself, I'm going to say alien overlords, and then we're going to give it
There you go.
watermelon sugar. And watermelon
Almost done. Kevin, I'd also like to say, if you left religion for reasons of logic, congratulations.
Yeah, it wasn't.
No, I'm not
definitely wasn't an emotional thing. It
Antangelo,
wasn't-
have you anything you would like to say to Kevin before he leaves?
No.
No. Perfect.
Understandable. All right. Well, thanks for having me on.
Kevin, thank you very much. I hope that Jupiter didn't ruin our entire first impression.
Not at all. You'll see me around. I'll be hopping in your next stream, whenever that is.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Take care.
All right. Bye.
Well, since we're changing topic, Tangela, would you like to go ahead and tackle the logical problem of the Trinity for us?
Oh, no.
Why not?
It was nice having Richard on.
I see no logical problem.
What did you just...
Sorry, Richard. Your
I can
internet cut out there for a second. What were you saying?
It happens. It's cool.
I can still hear the Italians on the mopeds. Is it just me?
Yeah, it's you, because there is no
Just you.
moped right now.
They're mocking us, Robbie. They're mocking us
I think
with
they're
their
just
fucking
making
mopeds.
Richard.
Yeah.
Richard, what did you say before your internet cut out there?
I don't know. Is the internet going to cut out again?
No, it won't. I just did it the once for comic relief.
Because I know you can see the
guarantees
picture
that
on that
happens
exact
because as long as
point.
one person laughs, that all that fucking matters. So good on you, dude.
Yes, sir. Good on you. Yep. Well done.
Can I just say, Stool? I think it's their football that's mocking us, not their mopeds.
I'm blind. Not literally. My glasses are really shit. But your voice is really cool. I've no idea who the fuck you are, but I like your accent. Robbie, can you help me out with this one, please? Who is this person? I don't know what it is.
Dave.
Is it? Oh, it's Dave on one of his
that
soccer accounts.
motherfucker
Dave.
with his secret chat commands
That's
and
right.
kicked me from
I'm
my
Dave
room.
on a soccer account.
That's right.
So
I'm
Dee
sharing
is
this with
a very nice lady. She lives in northern England, and if
She
you
does.
want to, if you want to impress her, you should talk about how cool Margaret Thatcher was and how brilliant Brexit is.
You fucking
That
bitch.
will make a very good impression on her.
Why do I get the feeling?
That should do a good job with the miners.
Put it this
Go
way, Stu.
fuck yourself.
Put it this way, Stu, right?
Not so much for the lady part.
Just remember, Fabio, I have your address.
Fuck yeah, jeez, I always forget. Oh, but
Say it
says
again,
it all,
Fabio.
right?
Say it again.
That says it all,
Fuck.
right? Dee's around long enough that she knows the actual home address of that Italian.
oh yeah. No,
That's
she
how much
does.
shit she's gotten everybody. All right, so just be quiet.
She does.
Show some respect. Woman, some old guard stuff going on.
She
She did a
fucking
fantastic
does.
job with the school milk.
She fucking does. Oh, and by the way, remember the 11th of August. She's turning 60, so...
I would send Dee my home address.
wouldn't
just
believe
to feel
that.
privileged that she.
No, not D. Not D, sorry. That was a code speak between me and D. She knows what I'm talking about.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
Not calling
Yeah.
D60. You did that now twice, so that was.
No,
nice of
no,
you.
no.
Oh, no.
My latest song, which won't be available until Christmas 2021, is a homage to Harvest bread, and I tried it out yesterday.
What kind of bread?
Which one?
Hovis.
Harvest.
Yes,
It's a brand
spell
name
that?
in the UK.
Oh,
they
it's
make
some
some
northern
shitty
bread.
fucking shit ass
Need you to spell that.
white bread. They also make a really nice granary, which is overpriced at $1.83 a loaf. But They only live
That was
right
very.
by, 'cause it's soft.
That was very
very
specific
cheap.
with the pricing there, Robbie. Well done.
Very
I
cheap.
appreciate
A loaf
that.
of bread's usually £1, man. Buy some white bleached shit from Hovis.
No, don't.
No,
Because
don't.
of where I live, I'm legally obliged to buy a certain brand of bread. It's actually made here, and
Do you have to
I haven't
cycle
got-
to the shop to buy it?
Put it in your
no.
basket. Do you put it in your basket?
Yeah, be careful of those cobblestones, won't you?
I find it weird that you think I cycle. I mean, are you kind of
Yeah,
some
I've
kind
seen
of
what you
elite
eat.
posh
There's no way in
person?
this fucking earth you would cycle.
No, that requires balance.
You can't.
No, Matt, like, if anybody isn't following Stool, Dave, can you please put Stool's Twitter in the actual live chat?
No, please don't do that. Please don't.
Stool does a game at least once a week called
Couples
Guess
Help.
What's in My Bag. And it's a bag from the local like Indian / Chinese / European / takeaway from
Oh,
/
that
round
bag.
the corner. And
Gotcha.
the pizzas, the kebabs, it's a fun game to guess what's in Stool's bag.
You make me sound like I'm a weird person. You're not really selling this very well.
I don't
What?
think he needs to do that for you.
He's making you look like.
Your name is actually a medical term for poo.
You know what? I hate life so much.
Stool.
I know you're aiming for the three-legged milk stool, but we all just call you stool, and that's a medical term for poo.
But the thing is, I like to test my new musical accompaniments beforehand. And I did try this out in a private thing last night. And I don't know this lady's name, but whatever it is, she would appreciate
Did
it.
you not read? Did they not teach you back then with the cobblestones and the penny what do you call them?
See if you can get Pol Pot or Stalin into this one.
Well, let him do his song. I'm rude.
Big wheel
That was not
on
me.
the back.
That was not me,
From-
just to make that clear. Not me. Didn't do that.
Not me.
Not me. What
it's-
happened?
No,
It's
really,
literally.
let him go ahead and do it.
This is science. Big wheel on the back, front wheel on the front. Okay, I'm just saying.
This is not me. I feel like I'm being set up here. This is a setup.
I crafted an instrument.
The audience can see I have to go out and remove someone. Whatever who is setting me up. Dave! It won't work because
Not me.
I just can't wait to hear this. Please go right ahead. I'm listening tentatively.
Oh my god.
Oh, piss off. You know, I don't like it when Americans patronize me.
It's Richard himself.
It's outrageous.
Richard
find that
himself is
difficult.
setting me up. It's Richard, everybody. It's Richard. It's Richard. It's
I
all
think you'll find
Richard.
that's patronise.
Yes. Good one, Simos.
Yeah, you know what?
Hit everybody.
I hate everybody too because I hate you all. Anyhow, I made a wonderful. I crafted an instrument, and it's created from a piece of cardboard which has a wonderful slogan on it called. Oh, you can't see it. It's called "Blast Off Your Fruity."
I thought you were going to say it's
Hold
made
on,
from
no,
a loaf of
turn
Hovis.
it a wee bit, man. Tilt it ever so slightly so it's pointing upwards so the light doesn't catch it.
Dude, I've said before, I know what you're doing, you cheeky cunt.
No, I generally didn't see it, and I'm making it bigger, and I'll tell you I'm making it bigger so I can see it. I can't see it.
He has he's bigged you up.
Yeah.
Please.
Fill the screen, not your face, but with what you are showing. And tilt it
How many
ever so
times
slightly.
can I say that's not what she said? This is a setup. Anywho,
That right there. No, wait.
Hey,
Right there.
blast
Yeah,
off
yeah,
your
there you go.
fruity.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
can you make me small now,
Yes,
Robbie, please?
That's all I asked for, man. It's not like I was setting you
Don't
up.
worry,
I was-
SpongeBob.
Yeah, make you small, did you say? Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher.
We all know how small you are. It's okay.
D is now getting very moist.
Formula One.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
she's getting very dry.
SpongeBob's little fluffer is one of them things.
Oh, sorry, the Queen.
The Queen.
The Queen got a giant sword out and cut the cake. Did you see
She's
that?
getting
What
very
was that?
dry.
Is that woman going senile?
Oh, okay. Which one?
The Queen, the actual Queen. It's like, here's a cake. What was this, 2 or 3 weeks ago? Here's a cake.
Oh, I don't know. I don't follow the Queen.
Neither
Is she on
do I.
Twitter?
It was on fucking Twitter. It was popped up.
Is she on?
Don't do Twitter.
There was a cake. There was a celebration. Whatever the fuck it was. I can't remember what it was for. Dave will fill me in this. And there was a cake that she had to cut. And she went, fuck that shit. And lifted a sword and cut the cake with a fucking sword. And she was like, no. Let it be. I know what I'm doing. Step back. And cut the fucking cake with a sword.
Wait, does she carry a sword? Where does the sword come from?
Yeah,
of course she does. Well, she doesn't carry it herself. She has a footman who carries it for her.
She's a sword carrier.
Yeah.
She's German.
Sammy,
She's German.
Sammy,
Of course she has a sword.
Sammy, jump in. Sammy, jump in. Yeah, I'm totally looking this up. Queen sword cake.
Yeah, no, you would have seen it on a TikTok if you follow that.
The Queen's
I don't
TikTok.
TikTok either.
Yeah, she's on TikTok. Yeah, she does.
MathPig, where life's biggest things are addressed daily.
She's on all the socials.
Yeah, I mean, if
Except
you can afford
YouTube.
it, I don't know if you can, but you can get her for OnlyFans as well.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, Jesus. Trying to cause an epileptic fit?
There we go.
Flip.
No, it's just because of the frame rate, not matching and stuff. I don't know.
Oh.
She's standing next to that woman.
Right? Standing next to the woman, right? No, we'll not even talk about who these
No,
people
not
are.
the woman. That woman.
Yeah,
That woman.
That's
That's
why I
what
said
she used.
that woman was very poignant.
Well, when they wanted to get married back in the 80s, 70s,
Oh, hold on, we'll put on captions.
the Queen said you will not marry that
Bad
woman.
form. She's got to hold the blade.
Oh, yeah, she did, didn't she?
Look at her, all without with the sword and all. Listen, if you
Who's the guy
everybody's-
grinning like a
if
fucking
everybody's
lunatic
quiet,
behind her?
They can hear the Queen. Hold on.
Why do we want to hear the Queen?
I want that clipped. Robbie just said, everyone
Oh,
be
great, she's
quiet,
got it
let's
upside
listen to
down,
the
too.
Queen.
Isn't the sword the wrong way round?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Ah,
There you go. Queen used the sword
a squire. Yes, could well be a squire.
to cut the cake.
I'm just going to put this out here. There is a recurring theme with the royal family. They do like a big chopper. Just going to say it.
What way? Yeah.
Wow, hang on.
A
Well,
very
I suppose
long
so.
three-wheeled motorcycle? What?
Sarah Ferguson did, that's for sure.
Oh my goodness. Richard. How are
Sir.
you?
Oh, better not observe. How's it going for you?
It's been a while. Hi.
Hey?
It's been a while since you've been on. The
Hey?
last time you were on, we weren't live because it was actually set up as the return of Richard, and then you were an hour and a half late. So this is This is like the return of Richard.
Always with the guilt thing. Were you raised
I
Catholic?
wasn't fucking going with the guilt thing. I was like, welcoming back. The floor is yours. I'm trying to get. Where's that kick button?
Were you raised Catholic?
This is why we love you, Richard. You can give as good as you. Oh, the fucking motherfucker. Oh, fuck.
Robbie, I think you just muted yourself, bro.
Kicked
Why did you
myself
kick
because
yourself?
he added me as soon as I removed. Ah, fuck it.
I see. I see.
Richard, the floor is yours. We're going to make you full screen now. Is there anything you would like?
Okay.
Right. Floor is yours. What are you saying? What's the crack? How are you?
I have an announcement.
Have you?
I have an announcement. I have.
Are you pregnant?
Because Christians are always nitpicking and sharpshooting the text of the Bible and looking up certain words that support their case, the idea was presented to me that I might look up all the words. So I'm doing that. I'm doing a seriously literal translation of the Bible.
Cool.
And guess what? It doesn't read what they say.
No.
No shit.
No, seriously.
Really?
It really doesn't. No, it
Breaking
really
news.
doesn't.
Breaking
Like, really
news.
does
Wow.
not. So that's it.
I feel like you
That's
should
big
be
in
on
my life. It's going to
CNN.
take about 2 years. I'm going to hand print it. I'm already creating a hardbound actual physical book for it. And that's what's going on with me. What about you?
Can we
I'm just
call
going to
it
shout
King
hello, hello,
Richard
hello,
version?
hello, hello, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've added a wee bit of game. People are complaining I'm quiet, and it's my stream, so I should be louder than all you motherfuckers.
Ooh, that
so.
is better.
People are complaining that you're
I want
quiet.
to know what his Bible's going to be called.
It can be called the Coherent Bible.
Ooh!
So they got that word right then.
That is, it's consistent within itself.
Okay,
so
you know, does it say like what's the first sentence? Let's just start with that.
hold on a second.
Well, Richard, right? This is the thing, right?
Give me a second. I'll just read it.
Okay. Oh, before you read it, before you read it, if I can ask, right?
Yeah, sure.
Are you talking about your own personal? Like you're gonna redo the translations in what sort of? Are you gonna read a concordance? Or are you gonna go back to original? Are you using the King James 1541? I think it is that you use. No, you say D. No. Sorry, the reason I say that is because Richard, the King James version that you use is from.
Well, it's not going to be the 1500s, is it?
1537 Matthews.
Thank you.
Actually, yeah.
So not 1541, 1530. So
What?
37.
How is this even fucking remotely coherent?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying, you know,
How's-
so you're going
how's
to
what
translate
coherent?
it from English to English? Is that what you say?
No, I'm just
No,
saying.
no,
No. I'm sorry. I'm just saying that the reference point of English that Richard reads his Bible from is from 1537. He is
That
going.
has nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
That's a
1537. There
sidebar
was
that-
no English Bible in 1537.
Okay. It's called the 1537.
I'm just
Matthews
bringing that
Bible.
up because that's one version of a translation, and I'm asking you,
I'm going
Richard.
to have to look it up now.
Sorry, if I
It was
can.
translated-
I just want to keep. I want to do a back step here, and I look like I sound like I've made Richard out to be a dick from bringing something that's
unrelated
completely irrelevant, and I want to make the point of why I'm bringing it up is because what translation, what version, what interpretation, where is
there is
Richard
one called
going?
that.
Where is Richard going for his translation to get this?
Okay,
that's
so-
what I'm asking.
so in
I
order
do
to get to the
apologize,
most-
Richard.
John
No, you're
Rogers.
fine, brother.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's Tyndale Coverdale compiled by Rogers.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Anyway, it's beautiful. It's old. It's in Middle English. But anyway, that's not the point. Okay, so to get definitions, we have accepted and consensus, lexicon for the actual words, the most original words. And that's what I'm going back to is the most original words. Are they the original? Well, we don't have signatures. So you can't go to the original words, but I'm using the oldest possible words from the original languages, which no, I don't speak those languages, but experts have.
Thank you, Richard. I do apologize again if I seemed like I was being a dick. I was just saying that you have a different view and there's different translations, and I was wondering which one you were coming from. Correctly, and I apologize if I painted you as a crazy man. No joke.
I can honestly say, MathPig, that
Didn't even think that anyway.
I was
you
only
did not seem to be being a dick.
It's because he's good at it.
No, I just sound like an asshole. I'm not really an asshole. I just sound like one. All right.
No. That
covers
ship has
tracks.
sailed, man. That ship is gone.
Says that Italian.
He's really good. Like, you'd be surprised.
Says
Oh,
the
the best
Italian.
words.
You know. I learned
Robbie,
from the
I think
best,
we
man.
need an interlude here because obviously I'm now a musician. And I
Robbie,
do find
share
it
my
funny,
screen when you get a minute.
I find it very hilarious when certain types of people talk about the King James version of the Bible.
Who's playing with
Because-
what nipple?
King James is nipple.
I think it was
King Ja-
SpongeBob.
King James was the biggest gay ever. Deal with that and then get back to us.
Sammy's playing with
I'm-
himself off screen. I don't know. All I can see is a thumb going up and down because of a small screen going on there in the shared mode. But Richard, we'll give you the floor because we're sharing screen, and then Stool can follow up with afterwards. But yeah, go on ahead, Richard.
So somebody asked what the first line is in a direct
I did.
translation into our
did.
modern
You did.
lexicon of English, and here's how it turns out. In the beginning of what concerns you, powerful angels reformed the sky and the planet. There you go, first line.
Okay, thank you. What's the Greek?
There's no Greek there, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Nothing Greek at all there.
It's all Greek to me.
And can we now have it in Latin, please?
Can I have it in Pig Latin?
Where's the Italian guy? He speaks Latin.
Can I have it in Pig Latin?
Oh, Italian and Latin are not the same.
Can I have it in Pig Latin?
D, can you
in
do
the beginning,
Latin?
we win on penalties. eh?
If I can just say, Sammy, the pork enthusiast, thank you very much for joining, Sammy. It's very rare that our timings overlap because of you being a stupid you're an Australian. Where that's just the way it is.
This is a very nerdy and
Good
fun
to see you
true
all.
fact.
Yeah, lovely.
I can't.
Except Stool.
I can't. Yeah, fuck you.
I'm not saying something because we've got fucking Antangelo and Fabio here, like, you know.
I can actually do Latin.
Pig Latin.
No, the real thing.
No, you don't believe me. Don't believe me.
It's true. I was forced to learn it at school.
I've seen Harry Potter. I can do Latin.
Right,
Which
we're gonna.
reminds me
Okay, type
of a new
69 in
song
the
I've
chat.
been
Everybody, type
writing.
69 in the chat if you think that Stool can speak Latin.
Oh, you dick. Robbie. Fuck's sake. Your testicle.
Yeah, man, you love Twitter. This is a Twitter poll for YouTube. This is what this shit is.
We get it. You've got a big testicle.
I don't have a
Get
bigger
over
it's a long conversation.
Okay.
I was going to make a your mama joke, but I'll not go down that route.
I've got 2 new things because I'm
2 new
an expert on
testicles.
football. I'm an expert on football and Latin. So my latest song goes like this. Lo strava universa, lo strava universa. Dave is a cunt.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
You said you got 2 new things. I was going to ask, have you finally had bottom surgery?
That should be muted.
This is the worst fucking giggle I've ever heard, ever. You literally all giggled without saying
I
anything.
didn't.
No, she was.
I know.
He said
I
bottom.
can't stop.
Dave fell asleep long ago, so Dave can't laugh.
Mhm.
What?
What?
I'm falling asleep. Yeah.
This isn't a dream, Dave. You're still on stream.
Shit.
Dave,
Well,
they
the
said
problem with
they
Dave
said the
is-
word bottom.
The problem with Dave is he can't speak at the same time as me because I'm a sock account of his.
Really? Like MathPig 11?
Oh, now I get it. Now I get it. This is Dave's imaginary girlfriend. It's you.
This is why D.
It's you, isn't it?
This is why Dave and D don't talk at the same time. This is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's Dave with a filter.
It now all becomes
Oh,
clear.
crap. It's a soundboard. D is a soundboard.
No, I
Yes.
just squeeze my testicles really hard every time I speak as D and let them go when I speak as Dave.
I've one question for you, D. Did your ball explode? Yes or no?
Yes.
No, yes.
Are you
yes.
supposed to say yes? See there?
No, yes.
I think 15,000
Which ball?
15,000 people
Your-
seen
your
your
big
ball
purple
explode.
one.
Oh yeah, that one definitely.
That one,
exploded.
yeah, that one. No, yeah, totally,
Yeah,
Dave.
sorry.
Totally, Dave. Totally, Dave.
I don't think we should overthink this. You've got to go old style Occam's razor. I don't think Dave is too advanced to actually make a pretend girlfriend that we have to believe in.
All right, just to confirm, are you insulting D or promoting Dave here with your statement? Because I'm a little confused.
I think he's saying he doesn't believe in me.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm talking about Dave.
Antangelo,
because-
see you later.
he's
See you
an
later,
anti-theist.
Antangelo. Thank you
Hold
for
on a
coming.
second.
Thank you for coming.
Yep. Hi guys.
I'm getting the kind. I'm getting a hint, a slight whiff. My spidey senses.
That
are
whiff,
tingling.
that whiff is you not showering this last 2 days.
I was going to say, there's no whiff from me, sunshine.
This is true. I think Dave is actually.
Just if I can ask, SpongeBob's nipple fluffer, would you shift up in your seat ever so slightly because the name, it just when you talk, no one can see it. I should have asked the opposite, shouldn't I? Walk.
Yeah, you should.
That's actually an improvement.
Oh, Sammy with the burn.
Peace and respect, Sammy. Long time no see, bro.
G'day, Richard.
I honestly think that Dave is a spy who works for MI5, and he has a puppet show on Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
Oh. Yeah,
I
me
think
and
that's
Dee
his
both went to
cover
the gutter. Very sorry for that. Go on ahead.
I think that's his cover story. And
His
so-
cover story is a pleasure beach.
Yeah.
Not
bear
much of a
with
cover
me.
story. Have you met Dave?
No. And I think he, his cover story, I'm British, Robbie, shut up. So English. So
Yes, good for
his
the
cover
class.
story is from MR5 that he has Kaz, which is basically a puppet that he wears on his hand. And he travels around the Shires to promote propaganda.
Well, I
with
actually
his
have a
Kaz
differing
puppet.
theory, which I have discussed with Dave about the fact that Kaz is God with the W, because all I ever hear is wonderful advice, fantastic knowledge, and knows everything, but it's just a voice very quiet in the background of Dave's streams. Somebody.
I'm absolutely convinced that Kaz is actually Craig David.
This is why we love Stu. Absolutely, nowhere. What the fuck, you know? So Kaz on a Monday does what?
On a Monday.
Well, I'm referencing
on
some
a
Craig.
Tuesday.
What about a Wednesday? What does Kaz get up to on a Wednesday? Is she's Craig David? You know the song, man.
Or
Come
maybe
on.
on a Thursday.
Come on now, don't pretend you don't know the song. You can't follow up with the joke if you don't know the song.
This is
I
why
don't
you
know.
should follow me on the Twitters, on the YouTube, because I'm like.
No.
really
If
good
you
at-
follow him on the Twitters, if you follow him in the Twitters, you'll get pictures of the worst
I'm
pizzas
really
and
good
the
at
worst
rooting
takeaway
out
food you've
these-
ever seen. But if you follow him on the YouTubes, you'll get some
You'll see
entertainment.
nothing, but I'm absolutely awesome at rooting out, because I'm awesome, and I'm really good at rooting out these Marxists. So
Marxists.
I think
when the
yeah,
fuck
I
did
think
Marxist spies or
this is clearly a Marxism plot.
Yeah, you mean fans of Richard Marx, presumably?
oh, I love
yeah.
Richard Marx. No, yes.
Or as I like to call it,
Thomas Marx. I love Thomas.
I'm
Marx.
just gonna refresh back to nerdy and go what's in
Excellent
Stu's
ball
bag?
No, Mark Thomas. Oh my god.
I'm a Marky Mark.
I tried him 20 years ago.
I
prefer Marky Mark myself.
Marky Mark, yeah.
Is he a singer?
Rapper.
Well,
Stupid, are you
that's
still there?
debatable.
I'm just going to put this out here,
Stupid
word pig, if you don't mind.
Oh,
Just
clearly,
like this.
clearly you're ignoring me. So, Stupid, sorry.
I'm
if
not-
you could give Stool
I'm
at
not-
least a few seconds because he's just ignoring me. So, Stool.
I'm not.
Hey
gonna-
guys,
I'm-
seriously, just a second. Love you all. Got to go. Peace and respect to you all. Have a
Okay.
great day. Thanks for letting me in for a minute. It was,
Bye,
it was
Richard.
a blast.
Nobody
Take care,
listens to me.
Take care,
It's great to
Richard.
see you all.
Thanks, Richard.
Yeah, how come there are so many angels mentioned in Genesis?
Who know? Stool, what were you saying? Dave, are we live? Are we live, Dave? Are we live?
No, not yet.
Stool,
No.
Stool, what were you saying? And then we'll go to Stupid.
I'm just going to say one thing. What is Craig David's surname?
Craig.
Oh my god.
Bio!
Smith.
No, it's David. What is Dave's forename?
David.
My name.
Connect the dots. Bazinga.
3 steps to
Jesus.
Craig David.
You're saying his dad is David.
Yeah.
No. You people are so shit at being spies.
Can I also say that Stool...
Shamon, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, I respect that. Who
Stool is-
did that?
That was Simos.
I love you.
Come on, motherfucker.
Yeah. I love you like a stool.
Stool is also a proponent of flamingos, mermaids, and we should all cut our hands off and replace them with spatulas.
Just saying.
Alright, these
You
are
don't
3
have to
things
do
that
it.
makes...
Plastic or metal spatulas.
Oh. That's the
And
first
do you
time
mean
I.
like cooking spatula?
Well,
or
I always
spatula
assumed
you used
metal.
to do art with.
I only have metal
There's
spatulas.
different types
I'm
of spatulas.
assuming it's something medical.
Working around the room, stupid. Yes, you were going to say something.
Oh no, I was gonna say that I completely forgot I was muted.
You've been talking for ages and thinking that the entire panel has been ignoring you.
Yeah.
What sort of wankers are we? Well, I know what Stu's like, but
No, I'm just not the smartest individual.
I
Well,
think...
we've all done it.
No,
Trust me.
no.
I do it all the time.
I don't want to. I know who you are and all the rest of it. I don't want you to think that you're self-deprecating yourself. You're a very smart person.
I'm not self-deprecating.
No. But you say it as did I get kicked? No, that wasn't me. You need to watch Dave's here. See? Fucking wanker. No, listening to all of us talk shite. I know that you don't be here that often, Jupit. I really do appreciate you joining. You did originally say that you were going to join before we went live, and then I told you that we were live and you were stuck here.
Oh yeah, now I'm kind of stuck here. I'm just vibing.
Can I just say, Jupit, because I'm a pretty upfront person, you're a lot nicer to talk to in person.
Oh,
She's pretending to be nice because she's popular.
I was talking, your fucking name's cut off, and I don't know voices, but I guess thanks.
No problem.
I have never met a single person. No, hold.
You can just end that conversation there, Robbie.
Where I've never met a single person while I'm on a panel.
How did you meet your wife?
My wife?
Yeah.
I ain't got no
He
wife.
hasn't eaten it yet.
eBay.
I found him a Craigslist.
Oh man, no, eBay wouldn't come back. I had to go to fucking, what do you call it?
eBay.
No, that Chinese one where you buy a computer. Oh, fucking, I can't.
Craigslist?
Not Craigslist. I can't even remember.
You found your wife on
Was it Russian Zaros?
Newegg?
Russian Zaros. Jesus.
Yes. Russian mail order bride. Here we come.
RedTube.
The Chinese
Porn.
place
Right.
that takes 3 weeks for shit to get here. If Stone.
No, no idea.
Alibaba.
Aye.
Could be worse though.
Worse than Alibaba.
Alibaba.
The other one
Oh,
that's worse
jeez.
than Alibaba.
I have no idea where this is going.
Wish.
Wish.
Amazon.
Wish. Yes.
Wish.
Wish. Jesus.
There you go. That joke was that far fucking dragged out, and that's stupid. I ruined it because I couldn't think.
I've got no idea. Still. About
don't
the
know what
joke.
Wish is?
No,
It's
I've
you
never heard
should
of
go
it.
to wish.com.
I don't know what Wish is.
Oh, go to wish.com.
Really cheap stuff.
That's exactly the same
okay, yeah.
price that you can buy anywhere else, except it's
Yeah.
made in China.
No.
Now I know.
That-
Now, yeah,
that's
Gareth Southgate bought the English team there.
that's where she found you on Wish.
Don't you just hate Italians
No.
with their stupid loud mopeds?
There's only 13 of them.
Yeah.
I object.
In all honesty, the more ignorant and the more times that Fabio fucks people off, the more I like him. And I think it's fun. No, hold on. If I can just finish, I think it's funny that Stool actually says that, because Stool's like the English version of Fabio. It's like, fuck you, everybody, and you're all assholes, and I'm gonna live by it.
You know what I loved yesterday evening the most? Really, the thing. I mean, I peed a little in my pants.
Did you?
When I
Well, that's your
when I-
age. See a doctor. See a doctor.
When I saw that they changed 2 players 2 minutes before the end of the game, and they put 2 specialists in penalty kicking, and they fucked it up.
And they both missed.
I peed in my pants.
I have to
I was
say,
so happy.
I have
peed
not
in my
watched.
Fuck me
I
sideways.
did not watch a
This guy
single.
is fucking brilliant.
I did not watch a single moment of
Three
any of the
misses
Euros.
were actually from substitutes.
I didn't watch any of the Euros. Hold on, Stu. I will give you the floor afterwards. You are welcome to make fun of me because I just.
And
let me finish.
keep in mind, I don't care about football at all.
I have no control.
right?
I've lost control. Lost control. Fabio, go on.
No. I would just point it out that I don't give two fucks about football, but that thing just made my fucking day. It was so
I
good.
object to the pun. They fucking on their flags. They said, "It's coming Rome."
Yes, I was. Yeah,
That's
actually.
horrific.
Actually, you know what? The Scots put that before we did.
Ah, well.
Yeah, the way
Football
I look at it is
can go
England
and
would
fuck
have had more
itself.
success if they'd
Oh,
substituted
it's
fucking
coming
Lewis
Rome,
Hamilton.
it's coming home.
Oh,
Gotcha.
did that actually take you 70 seconds, D? I just lost. Oh, I'm sorry.
What? Sorry? I just
just
twigged
thought it was
when
funny.
he said it's coming Rome, and I thought, what? And then, oh, it's coming home.
I know
it's
you.
coming Rome.
Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah. Now I sound
Football,
like the
fuck it.
asshole again. I sound like Fabio because your realization, the delay, I thought was funny, and I laughed, and then you were all, look at what Robbie's laughing at. Now I'm an asshole because I'm laughing at you.
Fabio, do you have a channel?
Do you have what?
A channel? Do you stream?
No. I do some shit with Simos.
Fabio loves Formula One, surprisingly.
You need to start a channel just so you can have the intro. Hey, it's me, a Fabio.
Wow.
Wow, that's
That's not racist in the slightest.
I think we're going to use that, Fabio.
Yeah, because you know what? It's super original. Nobody has thought about that.
No.
And that is going to be a kick. Yeah, fuck me sideways. Yeah, cool.
Oh, even my dog has now started to whinge and cry in the corner. That was not racist at all.
No.
That's all I can hear. Per dog, even.
Can I do my thing now, please?
Put your dick away.
Please.
Sorry.
What, on camera?
I'm sensing a little bit of tension amongst the people here, and as you all know, my goal in life is to bring joy and peace and love and harmony.
Not so much.
And you do
harmony.
such a good job at it.
I know I am very good at this. So what I'm going to do,
Are you
just for
better
you
at this
people,
than spying, or
this is still live, isn't it?
no? It's okay. You can say what you want.
If I can also say, in the next 3 or 4 minutes, we'll be moving to the Patreon members channel because I'm going to break out another bottle of wine and it's all going to get fucking messed up, and I don't want that.
Oh, but I really need to play my 2021 Christmas #1 single.
Well, play it then.
Fuck me, come on then.
I'll save it for the Patreon.
Oh, now he's
fuck
putting
off.
that behind the
Come
paywall.
on.
I'm
What a
literally
tease.
putting my drunken nature where I don't get demonetized behind the paywall.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to wait for his Christmas biff behind the paywall.
Well, it
then.
depends. How racist are
I've
you?
got an
Still,
idea.
still, just to clarify, after the England match, considering we have an Italian here, how racist are you? How racist is the song? Do I need to?
I
move-
don't. No, Robbie. I don't do shit like that. But,
Never. Never.
No, of course I don't. Potato.
Potato.
But here's the thing.
Potato.
Okay, I'm going to do it for you. Right.
That was your Russian accent, was it?
I don't
And
think
the
you're
only-
going to do it for me.
I will do it.
No, I think that's it. Still sorry, she stole your thunder. That's it. Nice to meet you all. Stream's ending. We can't do better.
Robbie,
than that.
I don't like this person, Robbie.
You loved her a minute ago.
I know, but I've changed my mind now.
She's really growing on me.
We all like her a whole lot more.
I'm very fickle. And this is really sad because I was actually going to dedicate this to you.
Do you know what? Do you know what's worse? Guess where I live?
Don't make me big, Robbie. Please, don't make me big.
I live in Yorkshire too.
I can tell by the accent. So, are you ready?
Let's hear it, Stu. Let's hear it. Take that cum out of your
We'll
throat.
fucking let you talk on this call.
Cough that cum out of your throat.
It's going to be the War of the Roses here.
I am improvising, by the way, because I can't afford a clarinet. This is improvisation.
I have no
Are you ready
idea
for this?
what's happening right
This is where you all get emotional and feel pride in your country.
Right, this is
Okay?
why, if anyone, this is a sneak peek of what should be Patreon members content. This is what you pay for, people on this channel right now. What is about?
You know, you can mock, but D will
We
get
can.
this.
Okay.
We still going. Bill, thank you very much. That was lovely.
I've not finished. I've not done the chorus.
Oh no,
yet,
you
dick.
finished. Oh no, you finished. No, 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 no. You
Somebody
definitely
mute
finished.
him.
Thank you. That was lovely.
The lyrics were fantastic.
I'm wiping a tear. It's.
I'm resisting the urge to go to the garage and get my bike out and go for a cycle right now.
It reminds me of a
I actually
fucking
stood up.
Kingdom Melody.
I actually
Could you
stood up, but it's gone limp now. So.
Oh.
Yeah, could you feel the patriotism pumping through your veins?
Well,
It
no.
was it was very touching. I really felt it, and I just killed 2 kittens.
Can I clarify that?
I just strangled 2 kittens because it was so
So that Italian was physically touched by Stool that he felt the need to strangle 2 kittens. Is that a confirmation?
Yes.
Lovely.
I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, you moved something inside of me, right?
Your prostate.
Like, well, listen.
Same.
Don't ruin, because we're just exchanging talent.
Fluids.
You know?
What?
We can recognize each other's talent, and I
You're
totally
exchanging
did.
what, Fabio? Just to clarify.
Sperm.
Uh-huh.
It's a code word for sperm. It's talent, but it's sperm, really.
Was it a hymn, Stool? Because I swear I just felt the Lord come deep inside me.
I'm sensing that you are mocking me, and you know I do love the baby Jesus and England. And here's the important thing: you know, you can mock, and that's fine. It's your right, free speech.
You do not love the baby Jesus.
I can't afford a clarinet, so I've crafted a device, a musical instrument.
I'm buying you a clarinet.
I'll buy you a kazoo.
I'll buy you a garden.
I'll buy you a Vela.
I think we should
Hey.
all just chip in and get him a really good recorder.
Dave,
Oh.
I've got a new thing. I've got a new thing now, Dave. I'm gonna fuck with your head for the next 6 months about this.
Go on.
I want a kazoo. D, get me a kazoo.
Right, man's getting a kazoo.
I want
As long
a
as you,
kazoo.
as long as you don't bit of Rorschach, I'll buy you a kazoo.
For the rest of us, it's going to continue and all the rest of it, but I am starting to slur my words and fucking damn Italian mopeds.
Fucking, they're taunting us.
Aren't they still? Fucking bastards. So,
It's
if you're a
very
member
tiny
or if you're
Ferrari,
a
I wouldn't say
Patreon, you will know where to look, and if you don't, you can hit it up, but it's all going to get extreme. Jupit's been telling me she's going to be furrying the shit out of this, and Dave's going to be recording. Sammy just jumped in, so there's a sandwich going on, and I don't know what Fabio's doing in the corner now. Fabio just says he doesn't want to leave. So,
That bloody tune when I tried to get to sleep.
oh my goodness, Stu, you're just. Thank goodness.
I'm still working on the Wawa bit. I need one of those things so I can go.
Is there anything that you would
Do you
like
mean a
to
Wawa
say,
pedal?
Stu? Would you like to say one sentence to encourage anyone to come and listen to your fake kazoo?
Do not, under any circumstances, want to come to listen to Stool's kazoo.
I mean, what the fuck is a fake kazoo?
That's
Jesus.
fucking piece of cardboard in his fucking hand. Where have you been?
Kazoo is the fakest instrument ever devised on the face of planet Earth in 5,000 years, and now we have a fake
hang on.
kazoo.
Just to correct, it's a fake kazoo. Because a
Okay,
fake kazoo is a comb and a piece of paper.
I was going to say, the
my
irony
gosh.
here, the irony here is he could have made one out of those, Rizla.
Stool's about to go and make one.
Right, still has 10 minutes to go and make a fake kazoo, and we'll all see you on the Patreon members channel for all the people who have done that. So,
Yeah, It's
I'm
a
always
rusty pipe
very
with a condom.
If I can say, right,
Rusty
Stu
pipe.
did his best attempt to make everybody want to go and do that. The best thing I can put forward is the last time that this happened when Simos was here, he went on camera with his tits out. So
Oh,
He did as well, didn't
Just
he?
to say,
just
you wanna
to
see
say,
my-
if you want to see Simos's tits,
just to say, there's a chance of seeing my testicles this time. Okay.
ooh,
And
I
just
when,
would-
when
I'd like-
Simos only did that because someone else had already done it. Who was that?
who, what, where, and when?
I can't remember who it was.
Still
actually.
did what? Fabio
Somebody-
filmed
you're
what?
Dave is
Somebody
absolutely
else
right here.
got naked first, and then Simos did.
Well, I'd like to point out because
Oh, I know,
everyone just missed it. But
It was
we
someone
just
in,
got
in a hot tub.
Oh, it was Sauna Girl.
Yeah,
We just
sauna
got
girl. There
what?
you go.
we just got Stool's lead pickup line, and I just want to know if it's ever worked. Do you want to come and see me play my kazoo? Has that ever
Again.
worked?
Again, you keep mocking me as if I'm a weird person. What is wrong with you people?
Thanks, everybody. See
Maybe
you over on
it
the
is
other
because
channel
you're a
before
weird
Stu. If you want to see Stu and Sammy fight it out Thunderdome style, you know where to go.
Just don't tell him about a mouth organ.
I just remember, I think that I showed a testicle live.